Thank you, Pete. Um, so what I've written is called Action, Not Words. To be comfortable in your own skin, happy in your life, and successful in what you do, is that enough? When you come from an imperfect but loving home, learn about and discuss your parents' journey to England so long ago, no matter how tough, with no real understanding of how they were treated, were made to feel, and the tolerance shown, their unyielding desire to raise grounded, decent human beings, yet with a future unknown. You see, growing up in Camberwell Green in southeast London brings an eclectic mix like no other, where difference in faith, first language, and race really was no bother. Until one day you read a book and the hairs on the back of your neck sit high as you recollect experiences that perhaps you'd push to the very back of your mind. The time when as a teenager you interviewed at Harrods and the secretary whispers to the interview, "By the way, she's coloured." Or perhaps the matches you captained your beloved Haringey team and despite winning, left the pitch to monkey chants uttered. Maybe it was after you were sent a picture to your Texan pen pal at age 9 and she just never wrote back. And your parents saying they must have moved house rather than saying it might be because you were black. I recall volunteering in a hospital and the patient I was to support told my supervisor, "I don't want her, she's a blackie." And my words firm in response, "You can be helped or stay hungry," but my hands felt damp and clammy. Maybe it was when asked to travel to Slovakia to visit one of my closest friends and her new baby. My first thought was about my daughter being stared at and of course for our safety. The recent Black Lives Matter movement has amplified the injustice and lack of understanding about the severity of the issues faced. If you were judged not for your values or experience, but simply for your race. I know there are so many who want to support, don't know what to say and help, and therefore feel powerless. Let me tell you now that feeling is mutual because we must take action, not just use words due to our own cowardice. We can progress by not being afraid to ask, listen, and challenge our own mindset and behaviours, as well as those of others. By having that awkward conversation where there is simply no right or wrong answers. Learn together, stand strong, be brave when you hear others say or behave in ways that are just not right. Don't be complicit in those jokes or forward memes. Understand that our fight is your fight. Yes, you may never understand how it feels to be in my shoes or stand in my place. Like you, I never chose my skin colour. I make no apology for it, nor would I wish to change. Recognise white privilege does exist and that now, more than ever, we belong to the same one human race.